Hello, Facebook. Giving an update. Figured that was about due. Um, Good news. York County Sheriff's Office went there this morning. I was there at 8 o'clock, like I told them. Unfortunately, they were all running late, so I stayed at there until about 8:45 ish. And I went in. I went to get the report. Interesting enough, I still can't get my hands on the report. They said Sheriff William King has to approve releasing me the report. And that's another issue that we're still trying to resolve. However, the good news is the secretary gave me the name. So, as we all know, we got the name and we got the address of the individual who was involved with the incident Sunday night. And it is Dennis Meeks. He lives on 307 Carl Broggie Highway, Lebanon, Maine. And just so happens that we finally got an identification. We finally got his name. We finally got his address. So we finally got able to do something, which was wonderful. So going forward, what did we do today? We went to the courthouse, York County District Court in Springvale. We sat there for quite a long time. And I can gladly say that we have that order. We got that. We got him summoned and we got him charged. Pleaded to adjudge the case at hand and explained to him that the York County Sheriff's Office refused to file trespassing charges regardless of all the evidence put forward. And a judge was not going to have it, folks. York County Sheriff's Office was wrong, and the judge knew that. And the judge is going to ensure that they are held accountable for that. We are going to pursue and we are going to get the report because there is question at play as to why did the York County Sheriff's Office, a uniformed officer, not charge this individual with trespassing. If Springvale District Court, if our court systems, by me walking in and giving them the information, says that yes, there's enough to charge this gentleman, why did that have to take place? Why didn't the York County Sheriff's Office do their job? It is their job to have to go and summons and charge these individuals based upon evidence brought before them. This was a waste of a judge's time. This was a waste of my time. But the good news is we succeeded. We got his name, we got his address, we got him summons. So something is going to be done, nevertheless. And people that are around this area won't have to worry about this individual anymore because we are going to ensure that he has an order against him to not come back on my property. And that should make him well aware not to go on others around here, too. I still think that it's sickening that Deputy Spade still will stand by his situation of no, we are not going to charge him. But I will say this is not the end of this. This is just the start. This is very good. He is going to be summoned. He is going to be charged. He is going to be held responsible for his actions for the incident Sunday night. But it doesn't end there. We are also going to have to file and understand why a uniformed officer felt that the evidence before him was not a act of a crime. It was a crime. He trespassed. He should have been able to tell him that he trespassed and that that was against the law. Why is our uniform officers not abiding by that standard? Does Officer Spade believe that because you had a bad day that you can do whatever you'd like to do? And this is not a runoff of the last video that I posted. This is reality. The reality is he needs to answer for that. And I think a judge saw that today. When I presented that to him, I wrote in the statement, I actually wrote it on page 4 here, very loud and clear. I said that we are requesting that this individual get charged for trespassing because Officer Spade reported to me that the individual was in a bad place in life and has no malicious intentions, therefore was just present in my yard, and I was told that due to this individual having a bad day, no trespassing will be pursued, and Officer Spades was done with the case. That's what I wrote in the report when I filed it to the judge, and that's what I told the judge. And any judge that looked at this said that this is an abomination. This is ridiculous. It's a waste of my time. Of course he was going to stamp and summons him, Officer Spades. What do you have to say for yourself in York County Sheriff's Office? What do you have to say for yourself? I hope you know that when this goes through, when this order is officially done and stamped, I will be back at your office asking for a logical explanation why the York County Sheriff's Office did not charge this individual when our court system found them in infraction of the law. Why did it take me, a civilian, a ununiformed civilian, to go and do your work? If we're paying you to protect us and you're not protecting us, what is the point? What are you guys just sitting around doing nothing, twiddling your thumbs? What is going on? You're not even doing your job. You need to get out there and you need to start doing your job. Otherwise, more of this is happening. And I hope that there's more of you. I hope that there are more people out there that are being told, no, this is the end of this. No, you can't go any further. Because if there is, send them my way. Let's talk about it. If you have cases that aren't getting through, send them here. Let's open the door. I'm willing. I will talk about it all day long. We will do this publicityness because it was ridiculous that it took exploiting them to come out with the truth, and it took a very, very poor advantage of the court system to do this. I should not have had to spend my day in court to prove that this gentleman did something wrong. That was unacceptable. And the York County Sheriff's Office is going to have to answer to that because I know it's not the first time and it won't be the last time. And I'm very glad that we are getting success. I'm very glad that we are summoning this man. I'm glad that we are going to charge him. And I'm glad that there will be a written piece of paper saying that he is not to come back because he was wrong. And I will ensure at the end of the day that Deputy Spades receives a letter stating that this individual was charged. And I will request a true explanation as to why he felt that he was more powerful and more wise than a district court to say that he did not commit a crime. Because Deputy Spades, the court saying there's reasonable cause he committed a crime. So if you say, well, he didn't commit a crime, you, sir, need to go back to training. You, sir, need to read a textbook. And you, sir, need a reevaluation. And I hope William King gives you that. I hope he gives you the tools and resources he needs for you to fix your actions so that you better serve us. Your job isn't to better serve yourself. It is to serve us. You get up every day. We pay. You get out there. Your job is an officer to infringe the law, not infringe someone having a bad day. If you wanted to be the counselor of someone's bad day, go back to school, quit your daytime job, go be a counselor or a therapist. You're a sheriff. Your job is to infringe the law. You failed to do that. You need to answer for that. And that is about as far as I'm going to go with that with you, Officer Spades. And I hope this reaches you as well because you are going to have to answer why in your report you didn't do this. You will have to give a logical explanation as to why you felt that there was no crime committed, but yet a district court, a judge, is saying that yes, there is more than enough reasonable cause. Furthermore, I am very happy that we got this. I'm happy that it's going to be resolved and it's going to be resolved quickly and effectively. And I'm glad that other people that have reached out that are within the development, I'm very glad that they are happy that we got the name of the individual, we got his car, we have his address. We can now keep an outlook and keep the neighborhood safe and keep others safe from these issues. Because I tell you what was disgusting, that I had to stay up all night and watch out for this home to wonder if that guy was going to come back because you, Deputy Spades, you were the one that told that man it was okay to do it. So how do you know he wouldn't just come back? You gave him authorization to come back and do whatever he wanted. This is how you stop people like that. This is how you let people know, no, you are wrong. You cannot do these things. And this is not malicious. That's the thing. This is not a mean, aggressive thing. This is a very borderline statement saying, hey, you were on this property. You shouldn't have been there at 11 o'clock at night. Don't go there. And the fact that he knows nobody around this area, that was confirmed today. I did get some highlight notes, and that was confirmed today that, yeah, he doesn't know anyone around this area. He was just out driving. That's the thing. He was out driving around. What is this? Did he think that this was a 24/7 auction house and he just drove up and saw all the stuff? No, that's not what happened. He was looking for things to take. He was scoping the place out. It was maybe not malicious physically, but it was definitely malicious mentally. But Deputy Spades wants to cover that really hard. So I will say this. I did push to get the report again, and I will be at the York County Jail again tomorrow morning on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., and I will make sure that I request again and see if William King has released the record. If William King has not released the record, then we will have to go forward and subpoena him for the record because we're still entitled to that report. It was an incident that happened on my home, my property. We have the right to know what happened. And just as you would have the right to know what would happen. So I am saying this at the end of the day. If you have an issue or you have been a victim of this and there is some raw evidence that can be reopened, let's take a look. Let's open the door and let's see and let's take a look and see what's going on because this is ridiculous. Nobody needs to go through this. I am done seeing anybody go through this. My door hasn't been open for that in a very long time. It is open now. If there are problems that people want discussed, if there are things that need to be gone through, come my way and we will get it out there. It is time to exploit them for what they are, and it is time to not sit down and take any more of this nonsense. We are the people, we are the community. They are supposed to serve and protect us. And if it was them, like I said in the last video, they'd be heroes. If they found somebody that was standing in front of their yard, they would be heroes, glorified, and be on the news. But because we're little nobodies and we're just civilians, they're going to think of us as less. I'm done with that. That's not happening. He is going to have to explain himself. William King is going to have to explain why he's allowing his uniform officers to perform in such an unprofessional manner. And if William King doesn't answer to that, fine. We will go to our elected governor, as I said before, and this will not stop. This is the very beginning of a very big turnaround for these systems. I have had enough. I am done, and I am willing to go forward as far as that need to go to make sure that the point is made that nobody should be treated this poorly and unfairly again. So, as I said, and I hate to rephrase, if there is anything anyone else has a concern about, questions, concerns, bring them my way. I will open the door. Let's get involved with that. Let's stop sitting back, taking the time out of our days to get walked on when we're the hardworking people. We're the ones that make it all around. It's time to put the ball in our court. Just because Deputy Spade said to me, nope, we're not going forward. Here's the proof, people. You can go forward. There is justice to be served for yourself. Do not let these people tell you no otherwise just because they got a badge and a paycheck and a small little high ego. Don't let it happen to you. So let's talk about it. I hope everyone's happy with the update. I'm glad that we got this summons. I'm glad that we're on the right road. Unfortunately, I had to pursue everything about it. I've learned more about it than I've ever wanted to in a long time, but I'm glad to go forward with anybody else. So keep with it. If there's anything else, you let me know. We'll get on the ball. Let's get things going. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night and happy Thanksgiving.